Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is the Black Lights Toy review, and today we'll be reviewing Baiwei Toys Spock Interstellar Space Pirate, which is just a knockoff version of Studio Series Shockwave. And this is a front look of the packaging, and this is the side view. And to be honest, the front and the back are the same, due to how the packaging goes. I got this off of TFSafari, Transformer Safari, so shout out to those guys. This took about 9-10 days for it to ship out. I paid for fast shipping too, which, it's cool. Off rip, I was really excited for, when this thing came in the mail yesterday, that I just opened it up and started playing with the packaging. We started playing with the figure, but we'll be getting into the reviews of it right now. All right, so this is Shockwave out of the box. And one thing that I could really say that I don't really dig too much is the purple. Upon the product images, the purple was just super bland, super boring. However, it does show some difference between what it was, originally supposed to be versus what it is now. And in person, I can say it is really beautiful. You can see more of a silver gun metallic color on the chest, which in the original Studio Series version, it is just nothing but just gray. But it's still beautiful all around. The gun, it is gray and black. I'm not really digging the whole purple aspect. However, with this figure, if I wanted to, since it's not the Studio Series version that people are willing to sell for a really expensive price, I could just do a little customizing. But as of right now, I'm really digging how shiny it is. I know I'm probably gonna be a hypocrite due to the fact I just said that I'm not really digging the purple color, but I love how shiny it is. It's beautiful, and upon it, its reflection, you kind of do see a little bit of silver, or at least you feel like you do, and then it's purple. And I really like the color purple, but there's not much to complain. It's a really, really solid figure around, and it's really beautiful, like I said. And moving on to a closer glance, and I'll show it up front. Here's like a little silver where it's like, here you go. Here's like a little silver where it's like they kind of like light brushed it with a little silver paint right on the chest and on the arms too, to make it not only like scratches, but to feel like it's really reflecting that silver, color. So it doesn't really make it feel like it's just purple all around, but it's just purple, silver, and like a little bit of yellow. And you can't forget the color black too. And there's also some silver brush marks on the little cord right over here. So yeah, there's silver brush marks on the cord as well. It goes all throughout here. So that's evident sign that they at least took some detailing into designing this figure. And to go over the overall aesthetic of Shockwave, this figure really does a good job. If you can get over the purple like how I'm able to do, then I really recommend this figure, especially since, it's really cheap. On TFSafari, I pre-ordered it before it even came out, and I got it for $23, and with shipping, it was $27. So $27 in 2 weeks, it is a great figure. If you aren't digging the purple, I would recommend either buying it and painting it, or just buying the original version, which might cost you a hefty penny. I know that people online who do have this figure right here, not the original Shockwave, but people who have this figure right here, I know they're trying to sell it and trying to make money for their buck. So I would stick to using Transformer Safari, and if not, then, do however you go. I know that on AliExpress, people are finding this figure and they're buying it for a cheaper price, a little cheaper, a little expensive, but they're paying as much as I paid for with the shipping and stuff, plus. So if you buy it off AliExpress, more than likely someone's gonna get some form of commission or some form of payment off of just that alone. But yeah, I don't really see a reason for me to spend around $80 to $100 trying to get the original sound Shockwave when this figure exists. All right, and now I'm about to go over the overall size and aesthetic. And with overall size, he's pretty tall and pretty hefty. I'm going to show it with some Baiwei products first. And first off, this is Baiwei's Weapon Master, Ironhide. And as you can see, Ironhide looks like a dwarf compared to him. And then this is Baiwei's Optimus Prime. Boom. So, and when it comes down to, size comparison, they don't really seem to stand a chance like that. However, they do fit in scale. And then moving it on to different products. So in this case, this is the Last Night Megatron. Right here, leader class, Last Night Megatron. Megatron does tower over him. And then this is Dark of the Moon Studio Series Megatron from the Universal Studios. So I'm not sure it's because he's, a little hunched over, so that if they're the same height or if Megatron's just a little bit shorter than Shockwave. But this guy is a beast. And the toy came out really beautiful and really amazing. And then to wrap it up with the comparison, this is Studio Series Deluxe Lockdown, which he kind of just looks like a dwarf. And this is Studio Series Megatron over here from the 2007 movie. Putting it right beside him. And like I said, they just don't seem to stand a chance. And he just seems to just dwarf them entirely. And now with the size out of the way, let's go over some articulation. And the first thing I do for articulation, of course, will be the head. Head is able to look up. It's able to look down, left, right. It's able to turn completely. So it's able to do 360 and it's able to go up and down. It is hindered due to the chin that he does have up in the front, but that's okay. Arms are able to go up about yay big, yay high. And then for the right arm is able to go forward, backwards. The shoulders do twist, and it is kind of limited, and it seems like it limits right here. Both arms are limited when it comes down to how they can rotate. And you have articulations on the fingers. Well, for the finger joints, not full fingers all around. I know that some people were pretty disappointed when it came down to the figure. Most people didn't think that the thumb could move. However, the thumb can move and the fingers can move, but they just can't, I guess, bend at like a joint or an angle. So yeah, that is pretty disappointing, but for the price, I'm not going to complain too much. I basically got it as a deluxe Studio Series figure. So it's pretty cool. And now let's showcase the other arm. And with the other arm, you can move it about yay forward. Let me pull it back. You can move about yay forward and yay high. It is limited due to the cord in the back. And you can only move the arm about so forward. So the posability of the little gunshot angle that you get is limited. And it limits out right here. And the same things that there's a little piece that's hindering it. So this piece right here is going to interact with this one, causing there to be like a huge block. So let's see that again. Boom. So that part is pretty disappointing. There is another thumb right here, which is pretty cool. So thumb, it can move forward and in and out. That's about it. You can't take the gun off. At least I don't think so. I'll probably have to do more investigation and playing around with the figure and then see how, it'd come off. But it's pretty good overall. And then to move on to the back. And so with the back, these do move like in the Studio Series version. They're not able to like twist or rotate. However, they just move in general. So that's still a nice little gimmick to have going on. Here's where it comes down to the legs. Legs, you're able to bend it, boom, and then twist it around. That's pretty good. Feet, I just messed this up. Feet, you're able to tilt it down. And then this part seems to move in and move out. I'm not sure what it does yet, but during transformation, we'll definitely go over and see what part it plays. And then lastly, for articulation or just things that move in general, this seems to move, so yeah. By the way, there is no waist level, so for the articulation, that part is limited. So yeah, when it comes down to this figure, you can take this off. Upon it being in the packaging, it wasn't connected to it. But the reason why I put it on there was because I used to have the MegTech Shockwave when I was younger. I lost it somewhere in my garage. I just have to go digging through it. However, I just don't really seem to have the time to go digging through a lot of messy stuff and messy boxes. And speaking of things that do come with the figure, this little sheet right here does come with it. It is really nice sheet if you ever want to have stickers to put on the figure itself, or if you just want something to put on like your notebooks or your car or whatever. Well, I wouldn't really recommend your car, but just anywhere you want to put it at, you got free stickers. So that's nice. And this all the instructions to the figure itself comes in self-shaping mech. So it comes in there and it showcases transformation, which we'll be going over how to transform it. And now, if you're more of like, I wouldn't say, if you're more of like a video learner, so I know that Baiwei has released a transformation of it on their actual YouTube. I'm gonna link that down below if anyone's really interested in transforming it, or if they're just interested in just buying the toy itself and then learning how to transform it. That's usually what I do, but I gotta be professional about this one. So let's get into the transformation of the figure. All right, and when it comes down to the vehicle mode of Shockwave, honestly, it's a lot of purple. Just being honest with you, and it took me about like 20 to 30 minutes just putting this together, only because I don't really know what a Cybertronian tank looks like. I know what a regular tank looks like in a car, but this thing right here, it took me a while. And here's it from the side view, and here's it from the back. And then the little tank rope just kind of follows the cord. And so all in all, it looks pretty nice. I'm gonna do a little size comparison. And here's it with the AO toy Nemesis Prime. And then on the left would be Studio Series Bumblebee. So like I said, outdoor with an outclassed. And then moving on to another size comparison. Here's it with the original Blackout toy. Way back when, boom. About the same length. And then here's Battle Trap from that new Transformers movie. Studio Series Battle Trap. So like I said, outsized. And to break down my final thoughts on this Shockwave figure, like I said, for the price, it is a must-buy or must-have figure. I feel like it's not really geared towards kids, but geared towards more of adult collectors or people who, just want something for cheap. It is a really beautiful figure. I think that it's a good gift for Christmas or for any upcoming holidays or events. So if you know someone who's really interested into Transformers or really interested into Shockwave as a character, which I've never met someone who actually hates him, then you should obviously check it out. The link for it would be in the bio for TFSafari. I mentioned TFSafari like 3 times. Please sponsor me. So yeah, so yeah, for the Shockwave figure, please check it out. And I promise you won't regret it. I rate this figure 10 out of 10. Although I do have the flaws with the purple, it's just color aspect, but it's really great. And yeah, that'll be it for today's video. And then for tomorrow's video that I do plan on uploading, here's a little teaser. Studio Series 106 Optimus Primal. Boom. Oh wow, I'm getting the camera to focus. And this is Studio Series 106 Optimus Primal. I was lucky enough to find it in the wild yesterday. And yeah. So we'll be getting to reviewing it soon. I hate that it took the spotlight of today's video, but yeah, that'll be it. Take care, everybody.